WF representing Palace, so let's tell you about Palace. Rolling straight to the ceiling, crowns and crystals, top like journeys, dishing out malice. Hold up, South London's grandest, far from bandits. Anything earned for a goal of elevation, just passing the team over here might finish out bright future, we can't vanish. SE25 any day, that's sellers. Rev up the engines, no more rivers, reactions, fan cams, bands on stream. Share up the team, support the dream team when eagles fly, make noise and scheme. Dare to dream or dream to dare, taking a step to become supreme.
We're live! It's live! Oh my god. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Eagle Eyed Extra. Yes, this is being broadcast on Eagle Eyed Extra, the first ever stream 5 on Eagle Eyed Extra. This will be your future home of everything to do with this wrestling content. This is a project that I have been trying to get sorted out for the longest time, and now finally this is the launching pad with a brand new era of WWE content. This will be the start and the home of everything I do to do with wrestling content. As you can see in the lower corner, I'm not just putting in my Twitter at. No. I am crowning myself here and now your reigning and defending undisputed eagle-eyed champion. Now I've got the title here. Now I dare anyone of eagle-eyed football to come and take this from me. More on that soon. But for right now, this is mine. And I will be holding this forever. So there it is. This is mine. Come and take it from me. Rich, JC, Dan, Nay, Ree, anyone. The champ is here to, if you pardon the phrase. Right, let's put that down there for the moment. Why are we here on Eagle Eyed Extra? You may be wondering why. Well, that's because yesterday on Monday, a brand new era started for not just WWE, but for wrestling across the world. Now, this deal was announced last year in 2024 that Monday Night Raw would be leaving linear television. It would be leaving in the United States, the USA Network. For us here in the UK, it would be leaving TNT. Previously, the home was Sky. It would be leaving everything and joining the streaming platform Netflix in a worldwide first, unprecedented television brought only to Netflix. Now, the UK deal has meant that all WWE programming has moved to Netflix. We're not just talking Monday Night Raw, we're talking NXT, we're talking Friday Night SmackDown, we're talking every single premium live event is now going to be exclusively on Netflix at no added cost. I sound like I'm doing I'm sound like I'm giving them advertising. I'm really not. Just giving you the basics, giving you the base of what's going to be happening. So this is the Netflix era. We kicked off Monday Night Raw on Netflix at the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles, California, with Triple H welcoming everybody across the world to Monday Night Raw on Netflix and the start of the Netflix era. Now, we've gone through various eras of our time. You may be familiar with the Attitude Era with the stars of Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Undertaker, everyone of that time. We've gone through the Ruthless Aggression era where the stars of yesteryear have come through. The likes of Randy Orton, John Cena, Batista, Rey Mysterio. Now we've gone through so many eras through the 2000s, from the 90s into the 2000s, into the 2010s. Now we're in the 2020s, And halfway through this decade, history is made from the start. The highest gate receipt WWE has ever posted. Amazing. And who better than to announce that than the final boss? Dwayne The Rock Johnson comes out straight away. Do you know what? We're going to need to change the lighting. The white's not doing it. It's red. Kane's arrived. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. He's not. He's not. I'm just joking. It is a Raw is Netflix arena show here. The what champion now? No, I'm not the what champion. I'm the champion. I am the eagle-eyed champion. Allow me to demonstrate once again for you, Rich. There it is, in all of its glory. I'm yet to have a personalized championship. Maybe when my reign is more developed, maybe more when I'm a defending champion. But right now, the champ is here. Clip that all you like. I'm the champion now. I'm keeping this on my shoulder. So, champion of what, I may ask? Of Eagle Eyed Extra, of all the wrestling content. That is why I'm the champion of. Soon, maybe in the future, we have a predictions contest here on Eagle Eyed Extra for the wrestling content. Maybe we do. Remains to be seen. So anyway, The Rock comes out and he welcomes everybody, gives thanks to someone who I did not expect him to give thanks to. He pays homage to the current reigning defending WWE Undisputed Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, who is there, he's present. They have a bit of back and forth, bit of banter there. Rock's definitely not in his final boss persona. He's not a heel. In fact, he looks quite aged. Got a bit of a stubble going on. A bit of grey in the beard going on there. He gives thanks to that and then obviously pays homage to the fact of his Samoan heritage, that he is himself a high chief of his tribe. He pays homage to his grandfather, the high chief Peter Maivia, his mother, his grandmother, a long line of Samoan heritage across his family. And quite a lovely promo to pay homage to his family. And we stick with his family because the first match of the night is the tribal combat match to determine who, once and for all, is the tribal chief. Roman Reigns, the original tribal chief, versus Solo Sikoa, the man who took that moniker from him, who took the the position of tribal chief from Reigns after the events of WrestleMania 40, where Cody Rhodes dethroned Roman Reigns after that unprecedented long time title reign. Now, Solo Sikoa has been running riot across Friday Night SmackDown, across even Monday Night Raw on occasion across the year. As my camera goes out of focus there, that's just fun. Might have something to do with the color. So we'll just, for the moment, change. So, this match, my early criticism, I'm going into this on a negative note. I know it's not great. Of course you would say that. Of course you of all people would say that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, when you look when you really think about it, it's a bit of a mad one. It is. Yeah. Yeah. Bit of a mad one. Um This match, I feel like, should have been the main event. And we'll talk more about that when we talk about the actual show's main event. But this had stakes in it. This has been building up for nearly 3 years, maybe even more than that, since Solo Sikoa debuted at Clash of the Castle in Cardiff. And that was a long, long time ago. And it has been said that Solo Sikoa was positioned to be the next tribal chief. Of course, these two are I'm just gonna carry on. Because these two in the chat, this is gonna be a fun one. Right. The match is now we've had 3 tribal combat matches beforehand. We've had at WrestleMania 39 between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns for the championship. Then we had it at WrestleMania 40, same participants. And then we had it at this past year's SummerSlam with Cody Rhodes defending his undisputed championship against Solo Sikoa, in which Roman Reigns returned. So, this match is the first one to be had on a weekly episodic television show. Obviously, the previous 3 have been on Big 5 premium live events. And it did the job. It 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 did the job. There's nothing else to say. Tribal combat, of course, means no rules, anything goes, and all members of both sides of the bloodline are allowed to interfere in any means necessary. And of course, interfere they do. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, they take pieces out of each other in this match. Kendos, we have chairs. There is a there is a last ride of all moves, a last ride through the table. Huh. Don't know how I feel about that. Don't know how I feel about that, but okay. Bloodline gets involved. Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga gets involved, pulling out the referee on a close 2 count following that table spot. Jacob Fatu, who genuinely is the beast. I genuinely feel like he could probably be the next. He could probably be WWE's answer to a as of yet Brock Lesnar. He could be their next Brock Lesnar because they're obviously not going to be having Lesnar be a part of the show anymore. But it does come down to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, who's been embroiled in this bloodline story for a number of years since Reigns held the title and was head of the table, he gets involved, and of course, this brings out Cody Rhodes. They, of course, will face off at the Royal Rumble in a ladder match for their respective titles. Although technically, Owens' title is unofficial. He has the big eagle belt. Cody Rhodes is the official undisputed WWE champion. A spear ends it 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns beats Solo Sikoa and regains control of the Ula Fala, that special emblem that designates who the tribal chief is. And finally, it is back where it belongs with Roman Reigns. And just before it is awarded back to Roman Reigns through Paul Heyman, his wise man, The Rock, the High Chief, the final boss, comes out, stops Paul Heyman, and asks him to pass it to him. And at this point, my brain is going 100 miles an hour. I'm thinking, we are starting this now, but no, but no. Roman Reigns stands there, bows his head, and The Rock bestows the Ula Fala upon the shoulders of Roman Reigns. So does this mean we're not getting Rock versus Roman? Questions. Now, of course, in the post-match, I was about to say the post-match press conference. Sorry, I'm still on eagle-eyed football mode. This is going to be a bit of a transition. Let me put this to one side. In the post-show press conference, we had Roman Reigns be asked the question: is this a teasing of Rock versus Roman? And Roman's reply was quite smart. He said, let things play out the way things will play out. He didn't say no, but he didn't say yes. I don't think this will happen. Not this year. And to be honest, if it doesn't happen this year, it's not going to happen ever because of scheduling, because of the way in which this match could develop. It needs to be a standalone match. There's too many implications to have Roman Reigns face The Rock this year. So unfortunately, I don't think it will happen at WrestleMania, but it could happen at a bloody Saudi Arabia show. And if that's the case, my feelings will be known at that time. I'm not going to speculate. I'm not. Let's go through a lot of these comments, because it's literally just Rich and JC. But I appreciate them still, commenting, and gives us gives us something. Rich, don't like how The Rock went from beating up Cody to giving him loads of praise. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Rock came out and said, "Oh, we've traveled the country together. We've shed blood." And like, "Oh, big up. You've done an amazing job, brother." Big man, big man, he slapped the taste out your mouth before WrestleMania when you came back. And now you're just like, oh, okay. You beat him in a tag team match. He beat your cousin for the title, and now what? Everything's forgiven. Okay. Big up, JC. Thank you very much. Netflix and chill taken to a whole new level. Yeah, yeah. Let me not say what social media's been saying. It doesn't take much to imagine. Um, um, Annoyed that all the heels won. I think all the faces won. Yeah, all the faces won. All the faces won. Um, let's just keep going through. There we go. He corrected himself. He corrected himself. They've done Solo wrong. Where does he go from here? This is the question. This is the question. Now, maybe he does something at WrestleMania, but I don't see what. I don't see the route forward for Solo. Maybe this gives him some time off. Um, lets him come out with a bit of a fresh feel. But then again, we have got the Royal Rumble a number of weeks away. At the start of February, the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, or PLE, whatever you want to call it, is coming up fast. So maybe there's something to do there. Who knows? Um, I like this one. I like this. If only Nick had ball knowledge like WWE knowledge, eagle-eyed football would be cooking. I can't dispute that. And I won't dispute that, Jordan. I won't dispute that. Okay. Um, big up the dog. Big up your damn self. He asks me, Brock Lesnar or The Undertaker? Now, I was raised during the Attitude Era. My dad was a massive Undertaker fan, which makes me a massive Undertaker fan. And I have watched pretty much every single WrestleMania match that The Undertaker has ever competed in. Taker. Has to be Taker. Right. A lot happens in this show, so you will forgive me if it's a little bit mixed and matched up. But a lot goes on, a lot of backstage stuff as well, a lot of interviews, lots and lots of celebrities there, such as Vanessa Hudgens, Macaulay Culkin, and his brother Kieran Culkin. Makes sense that you like the Undertaker with your appearance. I, if only I could do the, the whole rolling up of the eyes thing. I would buy into that. I really, really would. I really, really would buy into that whole 9 yards. Um, right, where was I? Right. All right, let's get on to the announcement. John Cena makes his Monday Night Raw return, um, and just go further details about what his 2025 looks like. Now, of course, this is the final year John Cena will be a active competitor in the WWE. Now, of course, he has said the Royal Rumble will be his last. The Elimination Chamber will be his last. WrestleMania will be his last. There are a lot of lasts for John Cena this year, but at the moment, he said that that record-breaking 17th world title is a mere pipe dream. It would require a miracle for him to break Ric Flair's historic 16 world title record. Of course, they're both tied, but Cena has not won a one-on-one match in over 2,500 days. The last time he held the World Championship was at Royal Rumble when he defeated AJ Styles. That's a long, long time. A lot has changed since then. A lot more hungrier. The ranks, either through developmental or they've been assigned, taken over. Now, John Cena's 46 years of age. Can he still go? It's quite honestly, yes, of course he can. Of course he can. But can he believe in himself? The crowd is certainly with him in Los Angeles, but he's doubting himself. He doesn't know if he can do it. But what he did say is this, that he will be in the Royal Rumble match. So there we are. As of Monday Night Raw, we have one of the first few superstars to declare themselves for the Royal Rumble match. And there it is. The implications of this, you could there is a lot of dream matches going on for John Cena right now. Of course, he is the face that runs the place. He has been doing this since 2000, since the early 2000s. Since 2005, he has been in the championship scene. But for the first time in a very, very long time, he has no legitimate cause for a championship. Now, if you look at each of the singles champions on Raw and SmackDown, you have the United States champion Shinsuke Nakamura. You have the undisputed champion Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. On Monday Night Raw, you've got Bron Breakker, who is your reigning Intercontinental Champion, and the World Heavyweight Champion is the Ring General Gunter. Out of all those four, one maybe could probably put over by John Cena, and that's Shinsuke Nakamura. But that's a United States Championship. John Cena's held that many a time to much fanfare, which has brought him such challenges as the Open Challenge, in which he has been able to give a platform for younger superstars, and the crowd has certainly warmed to them, such as Sami Zayn. The one title that eludes him is the Intercontinental Championship. Whether or not that could be a possibility for him remains to be seen. But the target has to be, I think, if you're John Cena, you have to be targeting in your final year as a wrestler in the WWE, you have to be targeting number 17. You have to be going for that 17th World Championship. Whether it happens in this quarter, maybe midpoint through the year, or towards the end, where the swan song is when the music is calling, the curtain comes down, does Cena do it? I'm going to say yes. There's cases for yes and there's cases for no. Maybe at some point throughout the year, I might do a video essay on this. But John Cena says, obviously, he does all of his shtick and everything. If you want some, come get some, and blah 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 blah. Blah. We cut backstage after that, and Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns are walking backstage, and Paul Heyman's, gassing him up as he usually does. My tribal chief this, my tribal chief that. And Roman Reigns walks in front of a door and says, "There is an announcement to be made." I believe he said January 20 or 26th, 27th. At some point, I'll go back and watch that one again. But it was only a quick backstage segment. It was pre-recorded as well. You could so tell it was pre-recorded. Um, they both walk into the room, and on the door is the label of WWE 2K25, the first ever announcement of the next iteration of the WWE video game with 2K, and later on it would be unveiled by 2K, by WWE across their various socials, that Roman Reigns will be the cover star of this year's game. Pretty cool. It's a pretty good cover. I'm impressed. And then we got a few tidbits as well, new models for characters and whatnot. Um, right, we shift divisions. A match that has been brewing for a better part of, oh my god, pretty much all of 2024. Rhea Ripley, the challenger, versus Liv Morgan, the champion for the Women's World Championship. And I pray I pray that this is the last time we see this match, or at least this is the time that we don't see this match for the longest time, because this feud has run hot and cold, stale and fresh for the better part of 9, 10 months. And WWE have done well in keeping it fresh, but then they've also floundered in trying to keep it at the forefront of the viewers' minds. This all started where Liv Morgan came back at last year's Royal Rumble, was taken out by Rhea Ripley, who was a heel then, was part of the Judgment Day. Rhea would retain her world title at WrestleMania against Becky Lynch, would suffer an injury, and then in kayfabe terms, or in what we would understand as backstage terms, would suffer an injury, would have to relinquish the title, and then was taken out completely by Liv Morgan, and would start the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. Liv Morgan would then go on to win the championship that Rhea Ripley vacated in Saudi Arabia against Becky Lynch through Dominic Mysterio's interference. And then at SummerSlam, the implosion of what we knew to be the original lineup of the Judgment Day, where Dominic would turn on Rhea and side with Liv. Blah 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 blah. It all ends up here. Rory's Netflix. They would finally deal with this with the title on the line, and this match was a banger. These two understand each other. They understand their ring craft. They can certainly push each other to higher limits, and that's exactly what they did in this match. 3 riptides from Rhea Ripley in this match, 2 of which to secure the win, but not before we saw interference from Raquel Rodriguez and Dominic Mysterio. Amazing match. Amazing match. Liv, give plaudits to her because she has been able to hold this title for the longest time. She's been able to put on multiple defenses. She's done pretty well as champion, I'd say. She's done extremely well in being the face of the women's division on Monday Night Raw. And now we have a new women's champion, Rhea Ripley. Pretty okay with that. I'm okay with it. I would like to see them both go separate ways and start different programs with other people. Let's see what happens at the Royal Rumble. A lot of people are throwing money behind Io Sky to win the Royal Rumble this year and go on to face a champion of her choosing. It very well could be she faces Rhea Ripley, which is what everyone would like to see. Harkens back to their NXT days. Fantastic match. I would say if I was going to give this match a rating, this would definitely be a 4 out of 5. I think this could have done without the interference from the other two, from that being Raquel and Dominic. But of course, it needed to have this emotional payoff for Rhea to overcome this challenge, to win back the title she never lost. She only vacated it. And at the end, where she's delivered 2 riptides to Liv Morgan to win the title, Dominic Mysterio turns up, tries to embrace her, tries to get back with his ex-girlfriend, and then gets sent through the bloody canvas, practically with a riptide from Rhea Ripley. But that's not all. And this was weird. This was weird. Rhea Ripley's heading up the ramp celebrating, and all of a sudden, the lights go out. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The lights go out, and suddenly it turns. It goes. Oh, that's not right. Oh, it goes to blue. Ooh. I wonder who that could be with the sounding of a massive bell. There we go. It is, of course, The Undertaker. The Undertaker turns up. Why? I get it. I get it. Raw, Netflix, you need to bring out the big stars. Great. Woo. Did we really need The Undertaker to come out? Like, Rhea Ripley is an established star in of her own. Did we really need The Undertaker to come out? All for a cheap little. Comes out on his bike, turns around, does his little fist up in the air thing with Rhea holding her title up in the air. And that's it. It's cool. It's a cool visual. Don't get me wrong. It's a very, very cool visual. But if this had happened when Rhea was still part of the Judgment Day, it would mean more because of the whole, oh, look at us, we're spooky. Ooh. Don't clip that. Oh, that's going to get clipped. That's going to get clipped. God damn it. Why do I do these things? Why do I do this to myself? I know for a fact if Rich or JC are watching still, they are howling. They're like, yep, we got him. Cool. That's an early early submission for best bits. Oh no. No, no, no. Right. Oh, let's carry on focus. Um we'll get through to the Jey Uso match in a moment. Yeah, there it is. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. God damn it. But I am here to entertain. An entertainer at heart. That's what I am. You can never say I don't make people laugh at my own expense. I will time stamp it myself, JC. I will go back after this and I'll time stamp it and I'll send it through because I'm gonna clip this myself because that's funny. Oh right, right. We go through the whole thing of like, oh yeah, Raw is Netflix, yada yada yada. Lots of backstage stuff going on. And I know this might be out of order. I can't really recall because I've watched it back 3 times and it's just a crazy, crazy night of wrestling. It's like a WrestleMania. You can't really pinpoint exactly everything. Hulk Hogan comes out. I want to let that sit. In 2025, Hulk Hogan comes out with Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South, and right, we are only 7 days into 2025, and I have yet to find a reason to lose my faith in humanity. And yet, my faith has already been restored in humanity because Los Angeles boos that son of a bitch into hell. Oh, he's gave me life. He gets booed out of the building. Now, whatever your opinions on his political or personal views may be, I have no time for a bigoted, racist bastard like Hulk Hogan. Granted, he's the history of like, oh yeah, he body slammed Andre the Giant, yada yada yada. Eat your vitamins and say your prayers, Hulkamania, whatever. Take all that shtick and well, it's ten o ten. It's 10:10. It's gonna happen. Take all that shtick and fuck off. Let me say that again. Let me say that again because it's 10:10. I rarely get a chance to swear. Take all your Hulkamania and what you're gonna do and fuck off. Do not appear on Monday Night Raw ever again. I have got no time for him or be whoever he wants to support in a political race. Doesn't matter. Do one, you old has been. Because he tries to G up the crowd. He does all of his shtick. He mentions Macho Man Randy Savage. He mentions Andre the Giant. He has Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South, with him. Doesn't mean shit. Gets booed out the building. And when he walks off, I noticed this and I laughed my socks off. Proverbial socks off. The man can barely walk. I'm carrying a knee injury myself. I've torn my ACL for crying out loud. I've only just gotten back up to health recently. I can walk better than him. My God. Right. Enough of that crippled old bastard. Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, who has an issue with the bloodline, he's been counting down the members of the bloodline who he's taken out. Started with Sami Zayn, and then went on to Jimmy Uso, and now target sights on main event Jey Uso. And the package is great for the match. Actually, to be honest, all the video hype packages for this show were top notch. Um, if I speak, I am in trouble. Who are we talking about? Because big man, I've got one highlight, and it was not on the football clips. I scored a penalty against Nathan. That's my only. That's my only highlight. And other than that, all I did was blitz down the left, blitz down the left for no bloody reason. That's insulting. That's insulting. I'm not taking that. I'm not. I'm not. No. 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 Anyway, um, that's a Nathan highlight. Nate can hold that highlight because considering that his main highlight is him just getting body checked. Oh, once I've done this, I'm gonna go back and watch that again. I just need to watch you and Rich react to that again. Oh, oh dear. Oh dear. Right, back on track, back on track, back on track. Right, we've been live for 40 minutes. Um, this match, it was a match. Yeah, it was it was all right. Not really much else to say about this one. Both men certainly pushing each other to a limit. Yeah, I did not like the finish and I did not like the result because you've put Drew McIntyre on this route to run through the bloodline. Already taken out Sammy, already taken out Jimmy. He's got the road is going through up to Roman, nothing. And then gets beaten by Jay on a roll up. It was just a match. I can't really say much else because I'm not going to lie. If I'm going to be honest, it sucked because I this is my own opinion. I'm not the biggest Jey Uso fan. I'm not. I'm not even the biggest Uso fan. I appreciate the moveset and I appreciate what Jey Uso has been able to do by himself. But a lot of what he's been able to do this year is thanks to the crowd. And I know what Rich's next comment is. I know it. It's it's that bloody word. Yep, there it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah. I tell you what did absolutely throw me off. Jey Uso makes his usual entrance through the crowd. Everyone's going crazy. And he brings Travis Scott out. Now, Travis Scott, who is he's provided the brand new theme for Monday Night Raw going forward. And okay, cool. You have to find a way to get Travis Scott on the show. Now, this was going to always be a thing. Yes, I do, JC. Yes, I do. Um, oh dear. Right. Anyway, um, I know California has certain laws in place where certain things are able to be inhaled. Let's say you have to be very, very careful with your wording on this one. The man he just comes out smoking a blunt inside a closed arena in front of everyone. I don't know what else to say. In 2025, now we've seen a whole lot. If you've been watching wrestling for as long as I have, for nearly 30 years, there has been a lot seen. How else was I supposed to say it? There is no other way. If you can give me a script and tell me how else I should have said it, I will correct myself. But Travis Scott just came out just puffing away like Nate the Tank Engine. My God, he just had that there. Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, Nate the Tank Engine makes it on to WWE before I do. That's a crime. That's criminal. Anyway, um, I tell you what, I make you a promise. I make you all a promise here. If ever, yep, of course it is. There, yeah, it has to be done. If ever the opportunity arises that I go to a live show, I will genuinely make a Nate the Tank Engine sign. It will be there. We will be there. You heard it here first. Anyway, Jey Uso defeats Drew McIntyre. Yippity doo dah day. We get promos for the Royal Rumble that's coming up. We get a promo for Saturday night's main event that's going to be at the midpoint. I think that's 2 weeks' time on a Saturday. Case in point of them. I don't know. Is it I think it's the 18th this month. Yeah, the 18th of January. And of course, a part of this one is Hulk Hogan. And again, I saw this on Twitter, on X, whatever you want to bloody call it. Hulk Hogan just got booed, and the "fuck you Hogan" chants were just loud. Apparently, the audio through phones was not doing it justice. It was deafening. So there you go. There is your one appearance, Hulk Hogan. And then we get the announcement that his stupid beer is now going to be on the ring canvas. He's not going away. WWE are advocating a racist. Where have I heard this before? Fun times. Fun times. Anyway, let's get through to this main event. Now, I said at the start when I was introducing the tribal combat match, Reigns versus Sokoa, that should have been the main event. Now, here's why. Seth and Punk looked done. They just did not look up to snuff. They didn't look up to their usual levels. Both men looked like they have just gone 10 rounds. And if you want to use the boxing term, if you want to use the MMA term, it looks like they're in round 5. Both men were gassed. They had nothing left in their tanks. And the match, I'm right. I say this as a CM Punk fan. That match sucked. It was shit. I've watched Seth Rollins since he was on the main roster. And that was back in like the tail end of 2012 to 2013-ish. And he's always been an A+ level. Punk has always put on a show. But this match sucked. And I don't know, maybe it was just the event, maybe it was just exhaustion playing a part, but I think both men probably both know that they could have done better. And the finish comes through that Punk tries to hit the GTS, the go to sleep on Rollins. Rollins counters, hits a GTS of his own onto Punk, gets near falls. There's attacks on the outside of the ring. The finish is actually quite good. It's probably my favorite part of the match where Seth Rollins is on the top rope, delivers that superplex, tries to get into the Falcon Arrow combination, but he's countered, and then CM Punk hits the GTS 1, 2, 3, and match is over. What else, JC? Would you like me to use another term? I guess you could say the match blowed. There you go. This match should have gone. This match should have gone first. If you're looking at the match order, this should have been first. Sokoa Reigns should have been main event. But I think my own theory going into this is I feel like maybe The Rock had other places to be, and had to leave at some point during the night because he wasn't seen after that, after the end of the Sokoa Reigns match. So obviously maybe time constraints. But yeah, if this match was on, say, the Royal Rumble, or even at any premium live event, I think this match would have been 10 times better. I think the crowd certainly was suffering from exhaustion at this point. They've been through a night where they've seen The Rock, The Undertaker, Rhea Ripley winning the title. They've seen Jey Uso. Jey Uso is always a source of huge fanfare for the crowd, especially when you make an entrance through them. That's always going to be amazing. Um, they've seen Undertaker, Triple H. Yeah, there's been a lot going on. So maybe they were suffering from their own level of exhaustion. It happens. CM Punk wins, obviously, and it's off the air from there. Post show, he does an interview. He does an interview with Jackie Redmond, which is this was something new. She did an interview with CM Punk as he was getting out of the ring, as he's walking up the ramp. So Raw certainly were trying. The production was certainly trying to do different things, and I think 9 times out of 10, it all worked out. Um, CM Punk bigs himself up, says he wants to compete inside the Royal Rumble. He wants to compete in the Elimination Chamber. He wants to compete in the main event of WrestleMania, a feat he's never achieved. Calls himself Game 7. Says he is clutch. Says he can do it. He is the best in the world. Not after that match, you not Punk. Not after that match. But we'll wait and see. We have the Royal Rumble coming up. For now, we look forward to next week's Monday Night Raw from San Jose, California. We have Finn Balor versus Damian Priest inside a street fight. Again, hoping that that is the last time we get that match, because that has been a feud that's been going on almost just as long as Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. That needs to be over and done with. We have finally the conclusion of the Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament. Lyra Valkyria versus Dakota Kai. I won't give my predictions for that one. I'm not going to give my predictions for that one. And much more. Hopefully, hopefully, the power grid in my area doesn't spark out and causes me to miss half of the flippin' show. Right. But hopefully that will be that. I will be back next week with a live stream for Raw, only here on Eagle Eyed Extra. Remember, this is where you can find all of the extra content, not just wrestling content, gaming content, music content, all kinds of stuff that won't go on the Eagle Eyed Football channel, but do give us a subscribe there as well. You know, it's a pretty big month. Transfer month is on, and there's a lot of news. Um, but for now, all the wrestling content that you can expect will be on here. Um, More to follow. We're not done just yet because there's so much more we can do, but I will be coming through to you only here on Eagle Eyed Extra. And I think that is all it. We'll go through some final comments from Nate and JC. Oh wow. Can you tell I'm tired? It's been a very, very long day. Nate's not here. Thank God. He's probably working. But yeah, do you know what? I think we will end it there. Thank you very much, Rich. Thank you very much. Um, Hopefully next week I will be back with you with a live stream for Monday Night Raw. But for now, thank you very much for joining me. Like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, right. Let's just remind you lot. I am your reigning and defending undisputed champion. Not of the predictions contest before anyone gets it twisted. I'm still in only second place on that one on the main channel. But whether or not maybe we start a predictions contest for the upcoming PLEs, maybe, maybe. But for now, thank you very much for joining me. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you all next time